it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and we got the Chuck a core. Today we're gonna Hodor. We're gonna hold the door. You know, sometimes you're playing this game, and despite your best efforts and planning and what tank you're in, the best thing you can do is just hold on. Just hold on. So we get the EBR coming in. We miss that guy. I like coming to that point right there with a really stealthy tank because oftentimes you can spot them across and you can't be seen if you got enough camo. But of course, if an EBR gets right up in your face, he's going to see you. He got punished a bit for that, so now I'm just sort of looking for a possibility here to see if I can't get a shot on him. If he comes up, we get a... Oh, I don't even know how that hit. I have no idea, but I'll take it. That works. Put a little shot on that guy. And off he goes. Now we're going to try for the kill. He's making a runner. I think he's slowed down a bit. Oh, man, that hurt. All right, so we ate a shot, and we missed old Beast there in his EBR 105. This is a hard one for scouts. I kind of went to the more or less best spot for scouts. You see their IS-7 pushed across the bridge really quickly. So I countered the EBR from getting too far up there and making too much of a mess. He's run off. We weren't able to kill him. I lost some hit points. Not great. Got a little damage out of it. Now we're just going to see if we can't find somebody over here. The other day I came to the same spot, knocked that tree down, and it already promptly hit that spot. So watch out for that. I've often thought knocking that tree down would be a great idea for hiding there with a really stealthy tank like this. But of course, as soon as someone sees that tree go down, they know exactly what's happening there. And the RD did. Now I'm going to knock it down this time. I am backing out just in case the RD decides. That's what I did the other day, about a day or two ago. Knocked that down, then backed out, and sure as heck, the shot came in there. Let me see if we can sneak one into the Caliban. I don't know why I didn't have a highlight. I think he was actually behind the rocks there. Skoda's pushing us, so let's assess what's going on right now. As soon as I come over here and stop doing what I'm doing there to my OBS. Skoda T56, I'm the front line in the southwest, and that is no place for a Mana Corps to be. We sent a bunch of guys north. We have some dudes in the middle. We got a bunch of guys middle on the bridge. We have several guys here. Nobody really pushed out. So you just have to deal with what you've got. And I do know that this little center spot here, and this is actually a really nice little defensive position. The other side doesn't have a similar defensive position with a lot of bushes and very large rocks. It works really nicely, actually. So we got the Caliban coming in. But he's actually behind, so I'm not going to get a shot there. Got that tree down. That's going to give us a little bit more camo there. Oh, here comes another Caliban. I do need to use the bushes as well as I can. And then the Tornwagen comes in, so I'm just going to come out here, sneak a shot into that guy. There we go. So we get a track, we hit him. I don't think I got spotted, no. So we had enough bush right there. Mana Corps reload is quite long. I had him tracked. I'm getting some nice tracking and assist, and we'll just finish that guy. We'll shut him down, we'll move him off the board, and we'll back up. You can see we're not really winning, and in terms of map control, we don't have much. That's not too big of a deal on the channelized maps like this. It's not great. We're not in great situation, but there's very little crossfire. So the fact that the guys on the bridge are kind of pushing us, and that the north we're pushing and not doing great, and that the south is winning, it doesn't really help the enemy team in terms of crossfires. There just isn't really any on this map. So now we're just defending our corridor right here. So we get another shot into the Skoda. There's an EBR running around. We got a Caliban, a Skoda T56, a T30, and another Caliban. All of which can hurt me very hard. So here we go. Oh, okay, there we go. So we'll just zoom in on him. He has no idea I'm coming. Probably would have done better to use the bush and not get spotted, but for some reason he didn't see me. Then the other Caliban comes in, and I can't have him here. We got to get rid of him. Little help from my friends, right? We're getting the spotting. We're seeing those guys. 1,854, 645, and we're just Hodor at this point, right? We're just holding the door, trying to keep these guys back. Our FV has come in and helped us. We do have a situation behind us, though, because they still want to come across the bridge. And now this guy's pushing in. And I'd love to clear him out, and we do. And that's going to start opening up that particular flank, right? So we've defended that flank. They've done okay in the north. The Tortoise is all alone. We're still clogging them up. This IS-7 has lasted a long time. He pushed right across early on. Now I'm starting to think, all right, how do I take advantage of this? Can I push into the EBR and get rid of this guy? Is it worth it to go after their 53, 55, or potentially come around behind them? And then the G-Sword pushes up. So I'm counting noses. There's still quite a few guns in the game, and we are down. We are down guns. And then I find, I'm like, all right, so this guy is hanging over here. I don't quite get... There we go. We'll just zoom in and kill him off. There we go. All right, that was huge. And the 263 comes in, gets nuked by Artie, gets hit by several people, and killed. I'm going to stay behind this rock, and I'm going to back up a bit. I don't want to let Artie have a shot at me. So we'll kind of hang out here for a bit. He can shoot in behind. If you look at the angle, they do have it, depending on where he is. But it is going to make it difficult for him to get a direct hit. So we kind of rock around a little bit, and now we're starting to, again, think about, all right, we've held the door. Hodor's done his job. They're pushing in. What do we do? So when 30 dies, our FV is still doing work, and we'll make a move. So all right, let's head off this way and see what we can do. I thought about going across the middle. What I was afraid of is one of those guys is trundling along the middle or getting lit from the middle. And if I had it do over again, I probably would go through the middle. We're starting to lose guys again. So I changed my mind to come back this way. Going to get anybody up on the hill, doesn't look like it. Maybe coming behind the Kunzer or the T-30. Got to be careful coming off this cliff. We don't want to lose a bunch of hit points doing this. And we'll start moving into the middle there. Kind of doing some trades. The IS-7 finally dies. Thought about going behind the Kunz and the T-30, but more than likely they're going to just turn and kill me. Plus there's the guys up top. Our tanks are all back on our caps, so they're not really in a position to support me pushing the Kunz and the T-30. Plus, as I said, those guys are in behind us. So now I'm going to come around here. I'm going to ignore the Artie for a minute for the opportunity to take out some guns in case there's somebody still wandering around over here. Oh, there is. Fortunately, I can't kill him, but I can hit him and then get out of here. I don't want to sit there too long, give the Artie an opportunity to come around the corner and thump me, so we'll just bail out of that fight. Good kill on the G-Sword by the 3805. Holy cow, the Artie really came through. He's no longer pushing in behind. So I saw him die based on watching the chat or the kill chat or whatever it is over to the right above the mini-map. So as soon as I saw that, I changed my mind, turned around, and came back in behind these guys. Our T-30's kind of pushing in. I sort of expected maybe the Kunzer or something to be sitting here waiting for me, but they weren't. He's back over in the middle. T-30 nukes him. Scorpion's in trouble. He doesn't have any hit points. So really it's just the Artie and the Scorpion, and I find this guy right here. So first thing that happens is armor not hit. I kind of snap a shot from the old Manti core. Didn't really mean to let him do that. I'm a little bit indecisive on what I wanted to do in terms of maneuver. And we end up killing that guy off. So we get 2,954 kills, 1,656 assists. And that was just almost other than the last half of it, almost a completely reactionary game. Right? The deployment wasn't great. I went to where a scout can do some decent work early on. Noticed that there was really nothing going on down there in the southwest. Once I saw that it had collapsed, what little we had sent there, just fall back and try to farm, get some spots, be that annoying scout, help your artillery and your TDs, and the guys that are hanging out back there. And then once you get an opening, which isn't easy on this map, then start moving through, filtering through, and taking on other people, causing the enemy issues. You know, the G-Sword turned around, was running back. The Artie had to worry about me. He actually moved down the road probably once he saw that big opening, looking for angles more than likely, but also trying to get away from where he knows I'm going to show up. That causes him time of moving and thinking where he may not be shooting your guys. So that's what you're kind of looking for with the scout gameplay on some of these channelized maps. And you know, you have to fight the match you're in. So sometimes that's the best you can do is just to hug and hold the rock that you have found yourself in. I wouldn't say that's a great plan early on. I wouldn't certainly go to that rock and sit there and go, hey, I saw a good player have a good game hiding out by this rock. So you go straight there and sit there. That's not what I did. You're always assessing the game, trying to figure out what the best situation is. That was the best I could do then once we cleared them out, and good on them for pushing us. You know, there's a lot of truth in the fact that if one of the tonics for your team doing something stupid or a bad deployment is the enemy team being dumber, and they really just fed us right there and gave us a bunch of hit points. And a lot of times, though, the other team will see that you're in a little corner of the map. They're seeing that they're winning, and then they're going to start pressing. And if you can organize some kind of decent defense, and obviously we're not talking to each other, but kind of everyone was more or less on the same page, at least for a little while right there in that central part, we were able to hold on whittle enough of their guns and hit points away that we could end up turning that into a win. So there you go. That's all I've got. Sometimes the best you can do is hold the door. We will see you.